sure under any other circumstance, everything would just be in sort of passing, but because of the pandemic and because of its global outcomes have been fairly negative, to the point where people just don't feel the will to live anymore.
About half of the hospital
It's made people more worried and conscientious of
coronavirus
themselves.
and the
Sorry, I
virus
was
is
looking
only
over there,
just
so I was
getting
like,
going.
I'm trying
Every
to
person who comes
still
on
in
here
the
needs
car
some
sounds
protective
loitering or
equipment.
something. I'm not.
But Croydon
I
University
don't have
Hospital
the
is one of
internet
the
or
worst
Wi-Fi at
affected
home.
in London.
That's why I'm
Every
here
bed on
at
this
a
ward
public
has someone
Wi-Fi
suffering
spot
from
to make my
COVID-19.
point across,
And these are the
because I know
less
there's so
serious
many
of
of
them.
you who are
Yet
probably
they
in the
still
same
require
boat.
24-hour care,
Now I'm
7
lucky
days a
to
week.
have a supporting
The strain on
family,
staff has
at least
meant drawing
some
on help
supporting
from
family members,
unexpected
but I know a
quarters.
lot of you, you're on your own, pal.
Hold on. It's almost over.
Why? Why?
I'm sorry, baby.
Can't get ahead unless you have connections or family members.
But tough times mean tough
And
decisions.
because of all of this that's going on, it's made me become a lot more creative than I usually am. I even went out of my way to write scripts. Many of them. In fact, probably about 14, 13 plus of them. One of them particularly about a man who goes on a revenge mission for himself, knowing that he will die eventually, to expel all the wrongs that are going in society, particularly with the COVID pandemic. It's brutal, it's ruthless, and it shows no holds barred. Judge, Jury, Executioner is the name. I submitted it to various film festivals and competitions. They probably won't like it. It's very rough-edged. It's like Natural Born Killers meets Falling Down, but with a lot more violence and swearing and politically incorrect material. But it doesn't hurt to try. Expose yourself to the world as you see fit. In many ways, I almost like to think of myself as a person who wishes he could become the Prime Minister or the President, but that's probably not going to happen because I don't have any connections, so on and so forth.
Tonight, an eerie silence in Fresno's downtown as the city is in mourning. People trying to understand why this man carried out this random series of attacks. Fresno police arrested 39-year-old Corey Ali Muhammad for gunning down 3 men in a block-and-a-half square area Tuesday in what they describe as random acts of violence.
We're at capacity now, so, sorry. No more. No more. So that's what I'll do. Why not? I mean, that's my plan. That's what I want to do. Let's just clean the world. So maybe the rest of us can sustain a little bit of life.
Chief said Muhammad also told officers he hates white people. All 3 victims were white men.
Y'all racists grab the white devils. We will continue to bring destruction and wrath upon America.
Postings on its Facebook page contain racially charged images and videos. Police were already searching for Muhammad in connection with the shooting Thursday evening.
So maybe that's what I'll do in the future. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. And I will cleanse. Make more room for you. I will exhibit my own brand of population control. For you.
You can't tell me not to come to work, because he knows this is what I signed up for. But obviously we've just to get on with it and just do our best.
But this disease is unknown and ravaging, and nearly a quarter of COVID patients who've come into this hospital haven't survived. That's taken its toll.
So I ask Mike Wallace, watching this right now, his take. Okay, what are you going to do about fixing the COVID pandemic? Well, simple. Ask for everyone to wear at least a mask, stay 2 meters or 6 feet apart, only do necessary tasks as needed instead of just going about frivolously, and protecting industry and business itself by enacting such social distancing measures and also making sure people stay healthy. So it's not exactly me supporting a full-on lockdown, but me just wanting to do like a mix of both, because you can't have one without the other. Now, I'm grateful for many of the countries that have gone out of their way to not fall into this trap, like New Zealand and Iceland, but some countries like the US, France, Russia, Brazil have not been so lucky. They have done terribly, and they'll have to pay the price for it. Even China, with its dictatorship and Chinese Communist Party, has done somehow better. Or maybe they're not telling us exactly what's going on, because of the Western media and China often throwing bouts about with one another, fight for territorial control. I just can't understand it. I don't know where to begin.
The policy quickly sparking backlash on social media. Seriously considering canceling my Costco membership, going to Sam's Club instead. What a bunch of tyrants. But Costco supporters also took to Twitter agreeing with the safety protocol, writing, "Thank you, Costco, for protecting members and employees with masks." In Michigan, the face mask rule at a Family Dollar store turned deadly. Police say a security guard was shot after getting into an argument with a customer. 4 family members have been charged in connection with the crime.
This was extremely senseless over a mask.
In Alabama, an off-duty officer was seen body slamming a woman at a Walmart when she allegedly refused to wear a mask. It's also getting violent at places enforcing social distancing. Police arrested a 25-year-old who they say pushed a Texas park ranger who was telling a group to stay 6 feet apart. And Oklahoma City police say a woman opened fire when told she couldn't eat inside this McDonald's, injuring at least 2 workers. Because of growing threats of violence like this, one Oklahoma mayor reversed his city's mask mandate.
What are you gonna do about the recent raid of Black Lives Matter protests? There's so many racial tensions going on in America, and I'm sure it's going on in your native Britain. Yes, it is, I'm afraid so. If anything, what we should have done in the first place was not send Africans to the Americas in the first place and enslave them, tell them you can't go anywhere, and rape their wives, and everything in between. It was horrible, and it's led to generations after generations of abuse and inequality, subjugation and resentment between whites and blacks, to the point where many of them lived in segregated neighborhoods. The law says we revoked them, mid-late 60s, but it's still there. And the only reason why they seem to sort of co-op with one another, blacks and whites, when it's convenient for them, like in terms of sports, NFL, football, FIFA, UEFA, and then NBA. Oh, my favorite dude, Kobe Bryant, he's playing. Oh, I'm so sad about this, so done. Oh, in Hollywood. Oh, I love Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Yeah, Wakanda forever means respect their space, don't enslave their people, treat them with respect. I treat you with respect as you would treat me. Now, I'm not black or white. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm racially mixed. I'm not proud of it. I wish I was white. I wish I had blue eyes. I wish I had blonde, wavy hair like my father's. I wish I was that. I wish I was even for that matter, Swedish. Because you don't, well actually, maybe I take that back, maybe Norwegian, you know, be the golden boy with everything that mommy and daddy ever gave him. Because for a lot of people who come from the wrong end of the stick, you don't have options. If I was a woman, I would feel the same way. You don't have much options in life. I'm glad I wasn't born in the Middle East, but I feel for your sorrow. And if you want to get out of it, do it as fast as you can, because things are only going to get a lot worse. We should create an America where people are divided more or less between left versus right, instead of a union, of states, a federation. That doesn't work anymore. People are so angry and divided amongst one another that they can't decide between Coke versus Pepsi.
There is an